Okay, so this is what Whitebeard's Kitchen is cooking this evening. It's a chicken jalfrezi, my version. So first of all, what I have then, just a little drop of oil in just a normal frying pan, and what I have is some red onion, kind of the petals type of the red onion, with some red pepper along with that. What I want to do is get a slight bit of a char in this. So while I'm doing that, I'll get ready with the other ingredients. There we are, folks. The red pepper and the onions have just a nice wee char on them. So what I'll do is I'll set those to the side, and those will go into the dish later. So just to go through the spice mix that we'll be using, so what I've got in here is a tablespoon of cumin powder, a tablespoon of Garam Masala, a tablespoon of Kashmiri Chilli Powder, I have a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of Turmeric Powder, I have a teaspoon of ordinary chili powder, a teaspoon of Madras Curry Powder, a teaspoon of, for me, Tandoori Masala powder. So that's the spice mix. Totally separate from the recipe, but what I have here is, well, it's now half a pint because I've drank it, of good old Smithwick's ale from brewed in good old Ireland. I have about 5 to 6 tablespoons of coconut oil, which is heated. I have it on a high heat. So I'm putting in a piece of cinnamon stick, a bay leaf, 1 Star Anise, and 4 Green Cardamon Pods. So just let that heat for about 45 seconds to a minute. So the oil can infuse with those, I'd call them hard spices or wood spices. Now what I'm going to put in, it's an onion paste. What I've used is 2.5 medium-sized red onions in, and I put a small Green Finger Chilli into it as well. I just turn it down ever so slightly to high to medium, or medium high, should say. So turn this to a medium heat, and just what I want to do is kind of brown this paste, or not brown it, but give it a good cook through. So probably this is going to take about, I'm going to say 6-7 minutes to do. And obviously I'll keep an eye on it in between time. I'll put the lid on it. I'll throw maybe a taste of salt into it halfway through. So I'll be back in about 7 minutes. Okay, so the onions, obviously they've been cooking away there for about 6-7 minutes. I'm going to add in a garlic and ginger paste. So I like my garlic. So there's about 2 tablespoons of garlic and 1.5 tablespoons of ginger in this garlic ginger paste. Just cook the rawness off. Have that roughly at a medium heat now. So it'll probably take about a minute, and then I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my tomato paste. So what I have used is I have used about 3 good sized tomatoes, those that are on the vine. So have those in today. Normally it's just your normal run-of-the-mill garden tomato. So I kind of splashed out earlier when I was in the grocery store, not for this curry, but just I prefer the taste of them. They are nicer. So this is going to take roughly, I'm going to say about, maybe again just to take the rawness off the tomatoes, probably about 2 minutes, and again I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I'm just going to add in spices that I went through earlier. Again, they'll be in the description. In with the spices. I'm going to turn this down to a low heat just at the moment. I don't want the spices to burn. I could even, because it's so hot, I could even turn it off if needs be, just to temper the spices a little bit. I'll just mix those through, give them a good stir for probably 2 to 3 minutes to make sure that the spices are incorporated into the tomato puree, and also the what I'll say is the onion and garlic, or onion and chili paste I should say, as I mentioned. So how I actually made that paste was I boiled my onions for about 10 minutes, put them into a little blitzer along with the Green Finger Chilli, and hey ho, that's what we got. So as you can see the colour already, it's turning into a lovely colour, and you can smell that curry. Or I should say the curry, not the curry, the masala. You can smell the spices. So absolutely wonderful. That's done. I'm going to add probably about 150 mils of water, so I'm just going to kind of eyeball it, and I shook up just what I had remnants of the tomato paste, and as you can see earlier I couldn't get some of that onion paste out either. So there we are, so roughly about 150 mils, and I'm just going to let that cook on a medium. Now I'm going to turn the gas up, or my hob up, stove top, whatever you are cooking on. I'm going to turn it up to a medium heat. And let that cook probably for about 10 minutes, just so we can get a nice masala base. I'll come back to it obviously from time to time and check this, so there's nothing sticking. Shouldn't do, but hey, however, it can happen. Okay, lid on. Okay, so this has been cooking now for about 10 minutes, and it tastes absolutely wonderful. So what I'm going to do is just add in probably about another 50 mils of water, the water that I used earlier. Okay, so there we go, splash of that. I have roughly about 800 grams, and it's chicken breast. I do like thigh. I picked out thinking it was thigh, it wasn't, unfortunately, but anyway, not to worry, it'll just take less time to cook. So, going to turn this up to a high, and just make sure that the chicken is well coated in the Jalfrezi masala. Just let that sit for a moment. I'm going to add another slight taste of water. So all in all, I'm probably going to say I've had about 250 mils of water. Chicken's coated. I'll keep that tiny drop. I'll cook this, as I say, on a high for about another 5 minutes or so. Then I'll turn it down to medium high, but I'll just come back and check it from time to time. What I should have put in, just forgot, so we'll put them in now. 3 more Green Finger Chillies, what I've done, leaving stems and all on. I've just slit them down the middle, I've left the seeds in, so just let them rest on the top, just to add a bit more spice. So I've put in there about a tablespoon and a half of, it's a sugar substitute called xylitol. So I have added that in, give that a bit of a stir. I'm just going to add the last remnants of the water that I have, so I'm going to say about another 75 mils, so you can keep counting. Add in the water as you please. There's no hard and fast rule. So I'm going to keep the lid off just for a tiny while, just let it thicken up, and then I can put the lid on back onto it again if needs be. So there we are. It's just doing just kind of in round about a medium heat on my stove top. What I might do in though, before I do disappear, because my better half is slowly but surely getting used to coriander, but not when it's raw. So I will add that in now. She doesn't mind it if it's cooked. So apologies for my error. Hopefully, you know, it's not overly pouring. So just a handful of coriander I put in on that. So there we go. I'm getting around to my ways of thinking. And her spice level has gone up. It's probably she can handle better spice, more spice than I can. There we are. Not saying something. She don't have her eating a vowel. But anyway, that's for another day. That's something I'll have to cook. Okay, that's me for now. Leave this for another 10 minutes. See you soon. So here we are, folks. This is my version of a chicken jalfrezi, almost ready. You'll see that the oils and things are coming to the top. So I'll be back in a few moments. I'm just going to turn it down to medium heat, covered for another 5 minutes, and then we'll finish it off. So definitely more or less finished, but if you can remember, I did the kind of charred red pepper and charred onion. So what I've done as well now, I've added in to this mix, excuse me, I'm eating tomato when I shouldn't be. I have about 3 or 4 small vine tomatoes, to that mix. I'm just going to add this completely into the pot with the chicken and the Jalfrezi masala. Just going to give that a stir, and I'm going to put the lid, leave the lid off, or actually, I was going to say put the lid on, have it on a low heat, and let it cook probably for about 5 minutes or so. That will be my chicken Jalfrezi completely finished. It looks absolutely wonderful, and I have to be honest, smells it. I really am down to taste it. Okay, so here we are, folks. If you're wondering what's on the top, I just put like 4 wee slices of lime. So there we are, didn't squeeze any lime juice or anything in. Here we are. It looks absolutely delicious, it smells absolutely wonderful. I can't wait till I get my chops round the taste of it. Okay folks, so you've seen a shot of it in the pot. So here we are, I'm going to taste it and tell you what it's like. Get a bit of chicken if I can. This is to die for. It really is. I'll go up against any Indian restaurant on the whole of Northern Ireland. There we are. That's how confident I am. This is how good this is. So, without further ado, I'm hungry. As I said to you earlier, I need to get my chops around it. So, bye for me for now. Have a great weekend. It's a weekend here, it's a Friday evening. Had my beer, showed you it earlier. Rock on, take it easy. And it's not because this is spicy, which it is, but I'm thirsty as well as hungry. So have a good weekend, wherever you are in the world. Bye for now. And look, my Black Sabbath glass that I'm drinking out of, there we are. Rock on.